already live on YouTube. I wonder if I could do a green screen. Ooh. I don't know how to work it though. Alright. I'm already live on YouTube. But I'm trying to figure this out. No. I'm trying to find the perfect background. Sorry for my people on YouTube. I know y'all see me, but ooh, okay, honey. Look at. I'll do the YouTube on one tab on over there. See how it looks. I know I'm not supposed to have that one part back. Oh my gosh, I zoomed in on my face. Oh my gosh, babe, you can see my eye. Okay. All right. Okay. Go to like my YouTube. All right. Let me press live on talk. Okay. All right, I'm live on the talk. Do you see me on YouTube? How it look? It do? Okay. All right. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Good morning. Early. I had to get on early. I don't know what activities my kids got today, but I'm like, let me go ahead and get on early because I actually have things to do. But why not vibe with my people? If you are getting up, getting ready for work, let me know. Tell me how that is going. If you're not getting up and getting ready for work, but you're just up early getting them kids together, let me know in the chat. But welcome in. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Ansara, and I lost 100 on my journey. My highest, I was 240 for my highest, and I lost 100, so I'm 140 now. And this journey has been anything but easy and simple. I think something's going on with our internet. I am not. Let me know if you can see me. Can you see me? As you come in, if you will tap the screen, share out the live, that would be great. And tell me where you're joining from. It says Life Coach joined. Welcome. But yes, guys, welcome in. Let me know how you are doing. How is everything going? Remember, hydration is key. So when you don't think anything is simple and easy, but I am on 2 different devices, by the way. Thank you for that, Heart Me Life Coach. I am on YTube, but I am also on the talk, okay? So what I like to let people know is I've been on my GLP-1 journey since 2023, all right? And if you're wondering what is GLP-1, that is these up here: Ozempic, Wegovy, all of those. That is what a GLP-1 is. And no, it's not meant just for people that are on that type 2 diabetic. So this is for people for weight loss, all of those things. But yeah, so I've been on my journey for a year and a half. Nope, going on 2 years actually. Dang, honey, I keep saying a year and a half, and I just realized it's about to be 2 years. But yes, welcome in everyone. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're struggling to get in like protein, there are alternatives. I like BioCare. You'll see it in my BIO, the LINK in my BIO. All right. That's a way that you could get protein in. And for my people on YTube, you'll just go to my description, the About Me description, and then you're going to see my site there. You'll see my site. Do you have any tips for someone not seeing too much progress? I'm going into my third one. Tatiana, which one are you on? What dose are you on? How often are you eating in a day? Absolutely. Give me more details and I got you. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting bit. Sorry. But yes, give me some details about that. Good morning, Freedom. How are you? Is it true that we can come? Freedom, I've never ever heard of that. I've never heard of that. I do know that if you're having that issue, you need to look at everything you're intaking. So like look at your sugar intake is going to be really important. Pay attention to that. Make sure you're drinking enough water, but getting probiotics in will help prevent that. So that's why I recommend to all of my people to do probiotics, prebiotics, probiotics. And if you get the ZenWise brand, I don't know why it's not showing on. Okay. This brand will help you. It'll help prevent all of that. It has prebiotics in it, probiotics in it. But yes, what I would recommend is getting some Greek yogurt, drinking more water, but make sure you're doing things that have probiotics in it, okay? I don't know if you're like a yogurt person, but it can't be that sweet yogurt because yeast feeds on like sugar, sweetness, all of those things. So keep that in mind. All right. But yes, welcome in, guys. Let me see. As you guys come in, tap that screen, share out the live, but also that heart where that you see up here where it says Ansara, you see a heart with a plus. Send in the heart means. I'm going to start Ozempic on 0.5, but I'm not sure if it will work to lose weight. Does it work? Theo, absolutely. Freedom, thank you for the heart me. Wegovi and 0.5. I'll be on 1 starting next week. I eat twice a day. My appetite small, but okay, so Tatiana, I want you to get more nutrition in. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for those roses. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. Guys, let's have a tapping session. Let's tap it out. Sending those heart me's. I appreciate you guys a lot. Okay, so Tatiana, is that you? That's so funny. Tatiana, you're just starting. So you're going to start to see more progress as you get to 1. In the clinical studies and the clinical trials, when it came to Ozempic, Wegovy, that's semaglutide, a lot of people didn't start to see any like progress until they got to 1 milligram. So girl, keep going. You got this. You're only on 0.5. So like in a clinical trial, that wasn't even the dose they started losing on average. They didn't start losing until they got to 1. So yes, please stay hydrated. Chanita, what Chanita says. You see what Chanita says. Well, thank you, Chanita. I'm not on here all the time though, believe it. I'm not on here all the time, I don't think. But I like how you see me on the FYP because a lot of my people say they don't see me on the FYP. So that makes me feel better. Thank you for those follows and the roses and the heart me's. No, Ruben. I like how you brought that up. Ruben, in the beginning of my journey, right? What I love to tell people, correlation doesn't mean causation. Thank you for the heart me, softly spoken. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And the roses. So yes, in the beginning of my journey, when I was on Wegovy, and correlation does not mean causation. I was experiencing depressive, sad symptoms, right? But at the time, I was taking this protein shake Premier, and I was drinking Premier multiple times a day sometimes, because this was the beginning of my journey and I didn't know the things that I know now, right? The things that I know now is a different story. So what I will tell you is, I told my doctor I was experiencing this. I was thinking about getting back on Zoloft because I was on Zoloft, but I finally got off. When I tell you, my doctor was like, correlation doesn't mean causation. Let's figure this out. Look at what you're eating. Baby, turn it down. Look at what you're eating, look at what you're drinking, and all of those things. So what I found out is I was reacting to artificial sugars and artificial coloring. So what I was doing was the Premier protein shakes, which have artificial coloring and it has artificial sugar in it. And I was doing that vitamin water, which artificial sugar is in vitamin water. So I found out once I cut those things out, I didn't have the depression or feel sad anymore. So I'm so happy that my provider told me to look at every single thing. And she was like, don't just blame the medicine. You can't, that's not how you do it, but you got to look at every single thing that you're doing and make changes based off of that. But thank you guys. I paid 712. Kaiser started me. Akbar, 712 is a lot. All right. So you can come to Fridays. Which one were you paying 712 for? So if it was semaglutide, the active ingredient on Ozempic and Wegovy, if you go through Fridays, it's only $249 a month. It'll never go above $249 a month. Even when you go to the highest dose, all you have to do is use code MOON, MOON. Okay. It's $249 a month. For your first month, you're going to get $100 off if you use my code MOON, MOON. So it'll be $149 for your first month and then $249 a month after. I would do that over paying $712. On top of, if you was on that dual agonist, I'm on the dual agonist, y'all. So that GLP-1 GIP, that's the one I'm on. And that's $359 a month. But if you use code MOON, it'll be $259 for your first month and then $359 a month after. I would do that. Don't be paying $712. Don't do that. You use my code softly spoken. I lost 100 for the person who asked. I already cut back on the added sugar and I just got my Fridays. What? Softly spoken, you did. Girl, I'm finna look. It's early in the morning. I know y'all. Y'all know I'm extra. Let's do clap for softly spoken. I'm excited for you. Which one did you choose? Did you choose the dual agonist or semaglutide? I started in 2023. I'm switching from to tomorrow. I'm so excited for you. You chose semaglutide. So yeah, I was on semaglutide, y'all. I went from my highest weight of 240 to 160, all on semaglutide. And if you're experiencing side effects on this journey, let me know because I can tell you how to prevent side effects. Did anybody say anything about what I said with the dye and stuff and the artificial sugars? Did the person respond back? Whoever said something about the sadness and depression? Who said it? Can you find it for me? Thank you for those follows. But yes, I was on semaglutide. I had a lot of success on semaglutide. And I'm telling you guys, don't get discouraged. That's what I'm here for. If you're experiencing anything, let me know what it is you're experiencing so I can be able to help you on your journey. That's what I am here for. I'm a registered nurse. For those of you that don't know, I'm a mother of 6. I'm a wife. And what I am here for is to be able to help you on your journey. I want to let you guys know that there's other options out here. You don't have to go and pay too much. When I was on name brands, when I was on the name brands, I was paying $1,200 when I was on name brand. And think about it, guys. I didn't know that there was other options like Fridays. I didn't know it was other options like compound. So like that's what I thought I had to do. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm having to pay $1,200. It's a lot. I have 6 kids to feed. That took a lot from me and my family, me and my husband having to do multiple things, working multiple jobs, all of those things. That's my weight now. My goal is well. Really softly spoken. Softly spoken. So 240 and your goal is it 160? Is it 160? See, I'm 140 now. And that was my goal too, girl. I was like 160. Yes, okay. That was my goal too. I was like 160 would be great, right? I'm like, I'm gonna look at it 160. Girl, I got 160 and I looked amazing. I felt great. So yeah, that's a good goal. I'm excited for you. I just so happened to still continue to lose, even though I wasn't really trying to. Girl, yes, post that journey. Do those before and after pictures. Everybody on here, please. I don't care how much you're like discouraged sometimes. I don't care how you feel. Please take them before and after pictures. I want to see pictures of you before and I want to see pictures of you after. I want you to document your journey because pictures don't, guys, it may take a minute for our brains to catch up with reality, right? To realize, oh, there's some changes. Every time I click this, okay, there we go. But yes, I've developed anemia and they made me stop it till it's under control. Elaine, the anemia came from you not getting enough iron in from your nutritional sources, right? So, girl, I'm gonna tell you what my husband loves to do. Cast iron, a cast iron skillet. Have you tried Mary Ruth's liquid iron? It's in my showcase. Get Mary Ruth's liquid iron, but that's not actually from the medication you have an anemia. That anemia comes from you're not getting your sources from like your iron from actual valuable sources. So a lot of people don't like red meat, but I would suggest you get some red meat, girl. And I know it don't taste good, but honey, what's it called? Elaine, thank you for the heart me. What is it called? No, that gives you iron, a lot of iron. It don't taste good. You're not a big meat eater. Yeah, that's why you're iron deficient. That makes sense. I'll let people know where they could get it. Yes, Mary Ruth is great. Good morning, Baldy. Beans. Yep, beans. Beans is good. Liver. Thank you, guys. Why I couldn't think of it. Y'all, thank you. Liver. And it don't taste good. I know it don't taste good. I know, y'all. Mrs. La says, I love liver. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not selling anything. I let people know where they can go to actually get it. But yeah, I am. I'm on the dual agonist for the person who asked, do I still take it? But I'll let you know where you could get it. You could go through Fridays and I'll show you how to get started. All right. So you're going to click that profile picture at the top corner of the screen. And then you're going to click that profile picture again. And where you see it says Ansara Daphne, click it, press open. And right here, join Fridays, a weight loss journey that feels like Fridays. Okay, that's how you can get started. I love it with onions and gravy. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. With onions and gravy. Good morning, mommy of two damn many. Girl, where you been at? But good morning to you. Are you getting them kids ready? I'm on my 9th week of Ozempic. Went up to 1 milligram because I am gaining, not losing. I'm also diabetic. Ida, sometimes it takes time if you said you're diabetic. Sometimes it takes time. But I will tell you, in the clinical studies, Ozempic, Wegovy, the semaglutide, people didn't start losing until they got to 1. So that's actually normal. I don't want you to think that that's not normal. It absolutely is. Onions and gravy. You know what? I tried it one time with onions and gravy and it wasn't bad. The first few bites of the liver, it was like, it's really strong. You like a kid. You're like, no, right? But as you eat it more, when you know you really need it, it actually is not bad. It's not too bad. It's tolerable, I'm on my 9th week of Ozempic, went up to 1 because I'm okay. I answered that one. Do you Experience loose skin. I'm currently 211. A bit scared about that. Don't be scared about loose skin, Tuki. I don't have loose skin, but think about it. I lost 100 in a year and a half, right? So my journey wasn't rushed. I wasn't a fast loser. I know if you lose if you lose a lot in a short period of time, really, really fast, you will experience like things like loose skin or stuff with your hair. I never experienced that because mine was slow and steady, but not necessarily slow. Mine was consistent. I don't want to say slow. Mine was consistent and steady. Let's say that. I was about to ask you the same thing. I haven't seen you in a minute. Girl, I be on. She said y'all can keep I be on. I be on. It's just not telling my people I'm on. It's not telling my people I'm on. And I have no clue why. But girl, I'm on every day. Every day. Majority about says not uncommon people to reject. No, well, if you, Kevin, that's not from the MJ, that's from you not drinking enough water. If you were severely dehydrated and you saying it, that was from you not drinking enough water. It's really important when you get on this journey to drink water, to be mindful of how much you eat. Like, you have to be mindful of that. That's not the medication, but that's your actions, right? That's your actions. And also, what dose were you on? It probably was too high. If it was causing you to not drink as much water, that makes sense. Nomi, you could go through Fridays. Nomi, are you still here? I could show you how to do it. But yeah, she said, just join the community. Don't know where to start. 235, the biggest I've ever been. 165 goals. Go, Christina. You got this. I don't have loose skin. I just noticed I have a little hand on my stomach. I have 3 C-sections, so hang. Okay. Yeah, so not everybody, and also genetics play a part with the loose skin aspect. Genetics play a part. I've lost 67 with my MJ. I have loose skin. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it because you can always get a procedure. I like what you said. I want MJ5 for 4 months. I don't see no change. Stephanie, are you type 2 diabetic? She said, I used to pop up as soon as I open TikTok. Girl, I don't know. I don't know why it's not pushing me out. And see, my numbers just randomly just plummeted, which is odd. That's so odd. I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but yeah, it's not letting my people know. That can possibly happen. You're on 7.5. Has been consistent. Ooh, girl, 7.5 was my favorite. 7.5 was my favorite dose. I lost the most. It was very consistent for me. I didn't need to go up from 7.5. So I actually like 7.5. You crave apples. Eat them apples if you craving apples. Yes, don't let loose skin concern you too much, right? So like, if you have big jumps, like a lot to lose, you can possibly experience loose skin. Don't let that scare you too much, guys. But genetics can play a factor in that. But also, if you have a lot to lose, then but don't get discouraged by loose skin at all. Yes, but Mary Ruth's is really good, guys. You'll see that in my showcase if any of you are experiencing anything. Good morning, Elaine. I don't know if I told you I'm going back up because I know my thing jumped. Yes, Mrs. LA. That was called an injection site reaction. Some people get injection site reactions, and like I have no clue why. But it's definitely, a lot of the people is mostly from the dual agonist. MJZ. Yeah, that's not even common side effects though. That's not even common side effects. Yes, working out is really good. Even some people for loose skin, they'll do like collagen. You'll see collagen in my showcase. So like collagen, working out. There's something in my showcase called Mayleys that people say like helps with like stretch marks and all of those things. The when I first started putting it on, it did actually it burned it burned my skin. I was like, wait, hold on. Ooh, a pound a week is good. I was on Kimmy, yes. So Kimmy, if you was on Ozempic and you wasn't having success, how long were you on Ozempic for? Switching to the other one is nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. Okay, so Ida, you said you've been on Ozempic 8 weeks. Ida, are you still in here? Ida Prince? And you just started your ninth week on 1 milligram, but you're gaining. Well, Ida, like you're just starting your journey. So Ozempic, Wegovy, semaglutide, some people don't start to see a difference or actually lose until they get to one. So if you're gaining, that's just you would have gained without it. But stay consistent, stay on the course, stay the course, and you'll start to see a little bit more changes that you can notice once you get to one. Yeah, and a pound a week is good. Like that's healthy. So a half a pound to two a week is actually really, really healthy. You're getting into that uncharted territory when you're starting to lose more than that. That's where, when you losing more than two a week, you're getting into that dangerous territory of muscle, right? You don't want that. You want the healthy loss, but also you get into that dangerous territory of hair, right? If you're not getting enough nutrition in, you're not getting enough protein in, our hair is mostly made of protein. So you'll see people on here that have the gastric sleeve or get on GLP-1s and they'll be like, my hair, my hair. But if you're getting enough protein, you won't experience that. If you make sure you're getting adequate nutrition, you won't experience that. So that's so important. But yeah, like a pound a week is great and amazing. I went through the 4 weeks for each dose. Okay, you went through the 4 weeks for each dose. Yeah, you moved up kind of fast. That didn't give enough time for each dose, but you're switching now. So let's see how that goes. The red lumps didn't start right away. The meds were great, but I have to switch. You have to switch to the dual agonist, or which one you switching to? She sound bald anyway. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Y'all are hilarious. That is hilarious. Semaglutide. Okay. You're switching to semaglutide. So I had a lot of success on semaglutide. Semaglutide is still really, really great. Don't think it's not. Semaglutide is great. It's amazing. In the clinical trials, I know in the clinical trials it was 12 to 15%, but I know people who reached above that. And even me personally, I reached above that as well. All right. Have you heard anyone being on both at one time? No, absolutely not. You're not supposed to. That's very, very dangerous. HE double hockey sticks. No, no, you're not supposed to do that. There is like so a lot of individuals will hear about a traumatic story and be like, oh, this happened to this person, this happened to this person. You know why? They were doing things that they weren't supposed to do. So the only incidents of someone, and this was a woman out of Australia who was doing two at once. Let's just say she's no longer here anymore. You're not supposed to do that. She was doing too much. She didn't tell her doctor. So she was going to one doctor, getting one, and going to a doctor and getting the other. But the good thing about when you're out here in America, those doctors, like they actually can look at your prescriptions, and even pharmacies can look at your prescriptions and they'll be able to see. But that's dangerous territory. Absolutely not. You're not supposed to do that. Please don't do that. There's no need to do that. A GLP-1 is a GLP-1. There's no need to be on. No, don't do that. That's very, very dangerous. I've been pretty much in the same weight for most of my adult life. Doesn't want to go. Girl, I know what you mean, but look, the visceral is gonna go. It's gonna go. It will. Oh, Okay, I got you. But yeah, it's gonna go. You'll get to the point where it gets to that visceral fat, and it takes time before it gets there. Like even me, it took time before it started getting to that visceral part for me as well. So you will get to the point to where you notice that, and you'll start to see yourself being more slimmer. And if you're experiencing like being bloated or anything like that, that can cause you to like it could look like nothing, but that's like gas, guys. If you're experiencing gas, get you some Gas X. It will help. Thank you for the popular votes, life coach. All right, guys, let's have a tap in session. So let's tap that screen. And if you have not sent in a daily heart me, send in the daily heart me. It's a heart with a plus over here. And I highly appreciate that. But yeah, let's tap that screen. I don't know why the numbers like drop so fast like that. It makes no sense what's happening with TT. But thank you guys for liking the live. And good morning to everyone. Good morning. For anybody that's new here, drop a 1 in the chat if you are new here. If this is your first experience with me, this is your first experience here, drop a 1 in the chat. Thank you for the hand hearts, life coach. Well, welcome, Kathy, Allison, Kimmy, welcome. So it did send me to some new people. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's just not notifying my people when I'm on. I get on every day, but it's not notifying my people when I'm on, which is, I don't know what's going on with TT. Good morning. Yes, happy Monday. Thank you for the love, everyone. I appreciate that. Thank you for the heart me and the ice cream cones. So yeah, so those of you that are new here, my name is Ansara. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a weight loss advocate. I'm a GLP-1 advocate, and I'm here to support you on your journeys. I started on these are what you call GLP-1, glucagon-like polypeptide. It's a natural receptor that is in our body naturally. But I started my GLP-1 journey in 2023. And in the beginning of my journey, I was told by my provider at the time that I needed to get bariatric surgery. But thank God it didn't work out like that. I didn't get bariatric surgery because she ended up leaving the practice. But when I talked to the bariatric people, they said I needed other comorbidities as well in order to qualify, right? They said I needed other comorbidities to qualify. I didn't have it. So even though I was pre-diabetic, my cholesterol was high. They don't count pre-diabetes as a comorbidity. And so yeah, they were really strict with all of those things. And she ended up leaving the practice. Another doctor came in. She was like, nope, you don't need bariatric surgery. You need Wegovy. I never heard of Wegovy at the time in 2023, but I know I tried it. I tried everything. You know, I was on phentermine at one point. So yeah, phentermine, I can't think of. It was something else I tried before, but it just didn't work, right? And then I didn't like how phentermine made me feel. That's a stimulant. Nobody should be doing stimulants. And then that's something that's not indicated for long-term use at all. It's also not good for your heart as well. So I noticed like the minute I was taking the phentermine, I immediately did notice a difference with something going on with my heart. Like it just felt weird. So I knew that that was something I didn't need to do long-term. So long story short, I started my GLP-1 journey. Wegovy was in shortage at the time. So I couldn't start off with Wegovy. So what the plan was with my provider, she was like, let's get you on Saxenda first, and then let's get you on Wegovy after Saxenda. So I was on Saxenda for 2 months, and then I got on Wegovy 1.7, and that's how my story started. I am now on the dual agonist, that GLP-1 GIP. I've been on that one since July. So I was on Mounjaro in July, and then I've been on the compound version of it since August. So yeah, that's how my story goes. And I feel great. I feel amazing. And if you're someone that's starting your journey, or you're nervous and you don't know if you're ready, let me know. Ask your questions in the chat. That's what I'm here for. I was nervous at first too because I didn't know what it was. My provider, she just said it was injections, and then that just threw me through a loop. I'm like, ma'am, do you know who you're talking to? You're talking about injections. What? It's the active ingredient. So I go through Fridays. They're a telehealth company, and you can get access to the active ingredient in the name brand. So compounding pharmacies do more than just GLP-1s. They've been around for over a century. So compounding the original pharmacies. They have special certifications. You go through a legit source. They're regulated facilities, special certifications where they can give you the active ingredient of these. But these aren't the only things they do. They do a lot of things. Like if you're allergic to, say you're allergic to red dye and Pepto, you can go to them and they can make you a Pepto without the red dye. So that's the point of compounding pharmacies. Cancer patients, they have to do certain chemos. Compounding pharmacies will make that because regular pharmacies aren't making and creating any type of ingredients or medication, right? If you need something specially formulated for you, that is the point of compounding pharmacies and why they exist. Like I said, they existed before commercial pharmacies. All right. So compounding pharmacies has always been around. Now, the compound versions of these, semaglutide, or from Fridays, you have a personalized plan where you can get that GLP-1 GIP. That's the dual agonist. Semaglutide is $249. The GLP-1 GIP is $359. So I'm on the GLP-1 GIP, but I was, like I said, on semaglutide for a year. All right. I was on Wegovy. That is semaglutide. I was on that for a year. I didn't know about compound or getting the active ingredient. So I've been on compound, the active ingredient, since August. And you can go through Fridays too if you want to. If you use code MOON, you will get 100 off. It's supposed to be going to 50, just to let you guys know. I do need to confirm that it's still 100 and not 50. But if you give me a second, I'll look real quick because I don't want to tell y'all it's 100 if it's 50 now. But yeah, so the 100 is supposed to be going away. All right, so let me check and make sure so you guys will know for sure. But welcome in, guys. If you're on your GLP-1 journey, tell me which one are you on? Okay, so you was on semaglutide. So how did you like it? Ozempic and Wegovy is semaglutide. So if you want the semaglutide, if you did well on it, you can get semaglutide. Let me make sure this 100 off is still active, y'all. Give me a second. Okay, the 100 off is still active. All right, I just have to make sure. Okay, the 100 off is still active. So if you use code MOON, MOON, you will get 100 off for your first month. So let me show you how to get started. You loved it? Okay, so yeah, do the semaglutide then. So if you use code MOON, it will be $149 for your first month and then $249 a month after. It will never go above $249. No matter the dose you're on, the price will stay the same, okay? So if you go to the highest dose, girl, it's still going to be $249 a month. But you will get 100 off for your first month, so it'll be $149. So click the profile picture at the top corner, and then you're going to click the profile picture again, and you're going to see where it says Ansara Daphne, and you press open, and right here, join Fridays GLP-1 Holistic Telehealth, code MOON to get you 100 off. But yeah, use code MOON, get that 100 off. How long does it take to come? You get it within a week. Mine's it took 4 days. So here's the thing. You're going to have two options. If you pick semaglutide, and if you're in a state where it don't require you to do a virtual visit, you can do the fast track. It's going to come within a week. If you pick that dual agonist, that GLP-1 GIP, you're going to have to do a virtual visit. Nothing wrong with that. I had to do a virtual visit. If you were on these before, you're going to have to do a virtual visit because they're going to ask you, how did you like it? Did you have any side effects? All of that to like, because they're tailoring the care based off of you. Like, that's how they're going to know, So basically, after your virtual visit, as soon as your virtual visit ends, the provider sends the script off to the compounding pharmacy. It's a FDA regulated 503A or a 503B pharmacy, okay? It is also tested and then it gets sent to you via UPS or FedEx. You can use FSA, HSA, credit card, or debit card when you go through Fridays, y'all. But I didn't tell you everything that comes with Friday. So let me let you guys know so you can be aware of how they work. All right. So there's no extra cost for anything that you have to do, but they have nutrition coaching sessions, mental health coaching sessions, movement coaching sessions. You don't have to pay for that. You don't have to pay for none of that. Okay. There's no membership fees, no extra fees. You could book a one-on-one appointment with a dietitian so you can know like your macros, your proteins, all of those things that you're gonna need to know, okay? That will help support you in a journey. You have unlimited provider visits if you want. So you can access any of those things. They have the Sesh Fitness app where you'll get free workouts when you go through Fridays, guys. All of that is no extra cost to you, okay? So Sesh Fitness app, free workouts, and they have an insurance concierge team that will do prior authorizations and appeals to get the name brand covered for you. For me as a registered nurse, what's most important is going to be, can you guys get coverage? All right. That should be the first option, seeing if you can get coverage. If you're someone who don't have insurance and you know off the bat, you're like, my insurance is just not going to cover this regardless, then I totally get it. So my insurance wouldn't cover it. They were like, we're not going to cover weight loss medications or anything like that. So I knew that I needed to do something different and I needed to make some necessary changes. And that's what kind of pushed me in the direction I am. And because I wasn't wanting to pay that $1,200 is a lot. But yeah, guys, it comes to you within a week. So for me, it was 4 days. The next time I ordered it was 3. And then this last time I think it was 4, but I think that's because I did my refill maybe on a Friday. So y'all know that makes a difference with like the weekend or whatever. So yeah. And there are some people that get it faster than that. And the only state we do not do is Louisiana. So we do every single state except Louisiana. Life coach, you might be accidentally swiping out because it said you just joined. Yeah, all right. So you're going to see the profile picture at the top corner of the screen. And then you're going to see the profile picture again. And you're going to see where it says Ansara Daphne. Press open. And it's right here where it says Join Fridays, GLP-1 Holistic Telehealth. Just don't forget to use that code MOON because it's going to change to 50 soon. So it's 100 off right now, and it's going to change to 50 soon, guys. So get started on your journey now while you get this deal. Yes, Ronnie, it does. It works really, really well for a lot of people. In the clinical trials, it performed 15 to 20% reduction in loss in the clinical trials. So yeah, absolutely. And that's a great question. Oh, I'm gonna have to get my kids up in a second before they could start their schoolwork. But yes, welcome in, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know whatever questions you may have. But yeah, it works really well. Honestly, all of them work really good, if I'm going to be honest with you. And that's just me letting you guys know because I was on semaglutide. I was on Wegovy. And well, actually the first one that I was on was Saxenda. So that's liraglutide. And then I was on Wegovy, which is semaglutide. And then I was on that dual agonist. So absolutely. They all work really, really well. You'll, believe it or not, you'll see people that have success with one, and then you'll see people that have success with the other. That don't mean I don't like to tell people which one works better than the other, because I know people who lost 200 on semaglutide. I know people who lost 100 in, what was it, 8 months. And I know someone who lost 200. How long was Amber's? She lost 210 months, but she did have the gastric sleeve first. And she said the gastric sleeve was not working for her. So she had the gastric sleeve first. She said it wasn't working for her. And then that's what pushed her to the GLP-1s. And she said the GLP-1s actually worked for her. But yes, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. No. All right. But yes, if you have any questions, let me know what questions you have. That's what I'm here to answer. If you're experiencing side effects, you can go to my showcase and get the ZenWise digestive enzymes. It will help prevent side effects. Don't think that you have to suffer through anything. Please don't feel like you have to suffer through anything, because you absolutely do not. You do not have to suffer through any type of side effects. Side effects are preventable. You can prevent side effects. And that's by being proactive, digestive enzymes, prebiotics, probiotics. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Also, making sure you're getting enough nutrition. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, guys. I'm trying to make sure my computer is good. But yes, I'm gonna have to wake up my kids for they can start their schoolwork. It's 6:19. Life coach. Can you go wake up Elena and Aiden for they can start their schoolwork? Even Amir, I want him to get up and start his schoolwork. It's already 6:19. All right, but yes, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. My name is Ansara. For those of you that don't know who I am, as you come in, if you could send in a heart me, you'll see a heart with a plus sign. If you could send in those heart me's, it goes a long way. And also, we have a live goal of roses. So let's do it. Misha, thank you for the heart me. Yes, I absolutely homeschool my kids. Too much going on out there in the world. Too much going on out there. Like I could not. I could not. But yes, I like I was not having it, especially with that incident that happened in Texas. That incident that happened in Texas, it really like pushed me. It pushed me to, you know, I was like, heck no. Heck no. And then they wasn't allowing the parents to come, like they were like stopping the parents and all that stuff, like. And then there was, so out where I'm at, there was a threat. And that kind of really pushed me to say heck no. So there was a threat with one of the high schoolers threatened to, my kids' elementary school. As soon as they lifted that threat, the shutdown of everything, I signed my kids out. As soon as they lifted that, because one thing I'm not gonna do is play these games. I'm not gonna play games with other people's children, because you don't know how other people are raised. You don't know. You never know how other people are raised, what they kids go through, what brings up anger. But what I do know is my kids in elementary school, and there was a threat with high school about elementary school, and that's exactly what that's why I made that decision. I was like, I'm not gonna play these games with other people's kids. Like y'all thought that was a joke and that was okay. I'm like, no. Like, but you don't know, people got to do what they got to do. You got to do what you got to do out here. But what I do know is Amira, tell him he could start his Lexia on his computer, and then he could do Me Academy. All right. Life coach, you can hand that laptop here because I know you're getting tired and stuff. You can hand it here. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why, like, that really pushed me. And the hardest part is making a decision like that, being a registered nurse and knowing that, look, I have to adjust to this schedule. I know why it's important to me, why I made that choice. So yeah. What? Really? Really? See, and you know, that's really what, like, all of those things is, it's scary, right? And the sad thing is, it's not even amongst the elementary schoolers. It's amongst these bigger kids, these older kids. And then y'all, why are y'all going to do this at an element? You get what I'm saying? You know, and it's so odd. I'm like, y'all are older, but y'all are going to the elementary schools. Like, what? Or, you know, that's what they were saying for my location. So yeah, I took my kids out immediately. I was not finna have it. I was not. I was like, look, I can't do that. That, like, that works your nerves and it makes you, like, fearful. Your kids wasn't there. You don't attend there no more. Okay. So yeah. Really? Girl, we had, like, in my area, we had a few too after that, but that's why I took my kids out. But then it was a few, so I don't know if it was just kids playing around, but then you don't know. Like, it's like you don't want to take those chances. So it's like, you know, personally, I'm like, look, I can't take those chances. Amir, you okay? Go brush your teeth real quick, okay? Brush your teeth, wash your face, wash your hands, use the bathroom, and then it's time to get to schoolwork, okay? But yes, girl, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm like, mm-mm. And yeah, it's a hard decision to make because, you know, a lot of us are really, really busy. Our lives are busy. That's the way that they like programmed us and all of those things. All right, my numbers plummeted. I think I'm about to get off and just talk about digital marketing on my husband's page. But yeah, like that's it's part of the programming. They set it up that way purposely, and they set it up that way purposely for we could depend in some way. But a lot of parents cannot even make that decision. Like, they don't have the luxury to make that decision, like, I'm going to homeschool, even if they wanted to. A lot of parents, I'm sure deep down inside, would want to, but the way the circumstances are laid out, the way life is laid out, the way everything plays a part, you know, they're like, look, I'm not able to, you know, do this. And I get it, right? Like, I get it. I understand. That's how I was feeling too. I'm like, how am I going to do this? My husband working, me working. How am I going to do this? But circumstances change for us. And now it's a little bit easier for us to navigate those waters, for us to be able to do the things that we need to do for our family and make certain choices. We're just having to do things differently, thrive more into that entrepreneur mindset, all of those things, being self-sufficient, making income from home. We had to get into that and learn from that. So yes. But if anybody has any questions, let me know. I know they be trying to tell us, oh, even though your numbers drop, stay on for an hour. Look, I don't know about that. I don't know what's going on with this page. That was just ridiculous how it dropped like that. But let's achieve this goal before I go, guys. Let's achieve this goal of roses before I go. All right, is he setting you up? Tell him he needs to get the headphones for you, son. Okay. Did you brush your teeth? Son, did you brush your teeth? Who getting? Okay, so get up. Tell Aiden and Elena to come here. Where's Elena? Haven't seen her not once. Thank you for those roses. Yes, I'm gonna achieve the goal. I guess maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm probably gonna do content over here. Maybe that's what I need to do, but it still shouldn't matter. Like, it shouldn't matter. The way it's not pushing me out to my people. And anybody on YTube that have questions, let me know. I will be coming back on YTube as well, talking about things that you could do from home. Get that blanket from you. What were you just doing? Okay, I need y'all to all right, guys, did we achieve the goal yet? Stand right there.
Oh, I know what I got.
Life coach, can we achieve this goal? Can we achieve the goal of roses before I get off? All right, so I'm gonna achieve this goal real quick before I get off and get my kids situated. There we go. Thank you. All right, guys, I'll be back on later. I'm probably gonna have to post up some content to help get this page going. I'm really trying. I'm trying so hard with this page. I don't know what's going on. So it's either I do dual with my backup in this page, or I know I'm gonna get on my backup. I'm gonna get on my backup, but I'm just trying to think of how I'm gonna navigate it. I'm probably gonna have to like post up some content. But I'll be back, guys. Y'all will see me later. I'm on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Look, you see it? Look at how it looks. I gotta get this background changed.
It looks so different.
Yeah, because on YouTube, it don't do like I could do a banner unless I don't know how to do a banner. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know how to do a banner, maybe. But yeah. All right, guys. I'll be back on later. And for my people on YouTube, you're going to be seeing a replay, okay? So I'm here to let you guys know that if you are interested in starting your GLP-1 journey, just go to my description. Go to my description. You're going to see my site. Honey, what my site says? You're going to see my site that says Ansara Daphne. So you're going to go to, is that how YouTube work? Let me double check real quick. Can you go to YouTube on your phone real quick and just hand your phone here for I can show them on YouTube real fast before we get off? All right, so I'm going to show y'all in a second because I actually don't know how y'all get to it. But I know my site is in the description somewhere. So my husband's going to hand me the phone and I'm going to show you guys. So yeah, we do several things. I've been on GLP-1 since 2023, and I lost 100 on my journey. I go through Fridays, all right? So if you want to start your journey, you're going to have two options. Semaglutide, which is $249, or the dual agonist, which is going to say personalized GLP-1 GIP, which is $359. All right? So it's going to be up to you which one you choose. But if you use my code MOON, MOON, you will get 100 off for your first month. So semaglutide will be $149 for your first month. That GLP-1 GIP will be $259 for your first month. But let me show you guys how you guys would do it, because my husband does YouTube. I don't know how to. He be on YouTube, but I don't know how y'all look at people's stuff. So I guess you would click my profile picture.
Why does it do that?
I probably gotta take the background off. Let me take this background off real quick. Okay. So you're going to click the profile picture right here. Wow. And then you're going to go to my description. Why is it freaking blurry?
Why does it look so different?
All right. Then you're going to click on the description. Okay. And then you're going to see the site right here that says Beacons Ansara. You'll click that. And this is going to pop up, and it's going to be this first one right here. Join Friday's GLP-1 Holistic Telehealth, all right? If you use code MOON, you do get 100 off for the first month. So if you're someone that has been dieting, you've been exercising, you tried keto, you tried so many things, it just didn't work, go through my LINK and my BIO, start your journey. And so yeah, it's supposed to say AnsaraDaphne.com. I'm finna actually change it as soon as I get off. So I'm about to get off real quick, and you'll notice it'll say AnsaraDaphne.com. That's my actual website. I got the old one up here, but it's okay. I'm going to change that, but just don't forget to use code MOON to get 100 off. It's going to be ending soon, and I'll catch my people on WhatsApp later, and we're going to be talking about how you can make money and all of those things. All right, let's have a good day.